It was a magical summer.
Hi. I'm Eli.
And she was a magical girl. And it was a magical handjob.
Get out!
I do hope Emily wore gloves before stroking up that vagrant wino.
Well, yes, one should always wear gloves before stroking off a vagrant.
Handjob.
Goes without saying.
Oh, yeah.
From Nicholas Sparks,
Okay.
author of The Notebook
Okay,
and
now
Nights
they've
in
got
Rodin.
Now I'm totally drawn in.
Handjob, and that's
Oh!
final.
Comes a timeless love story.
Rip one out. Now tell me you'll rip them all out.
You may own me, but you don't own this.
Oh, that teen angst.
Up HJ from the wrong girl.
Ma'am, I was wondering if you'd honor this bachelor with the pleasure of your handjob. I want a handjob.
She just comes right in and, it's
I'm gonna give you a hand job now.
I know.
Oh no, he's broken.
Handjob is spoken for.
Handjob is spoken for. This is hysterical.
And they're doing a really good job of
The
the
handjob.
melodrama.
Later tonight when the stars shine like diamonds, promise me you'll give me an over-the-pants squeezeroo.
And over the pants squeezing. There's nothing more romantic than that.
Bravo! Bravissimo! Wonderful.
First question is, what was this trailer about?
Well, what I think it's supposed to be about is, I think it's a bit of a send-up of a lot of romance movie trailers, and then they've thrown in the whole handjob thing to make it funny. It was very funny.
Hand jobs. And apparently how men love them.
The trailer was a semi-brilliant take on like a Nicholas Sparks type movie called The Handjob.
Why do you think Nicholas has so many movies made from his books?
Well, I think it's because people know what to expect from one of his stories. I think that when a man writes a love story, it gets more, what's the word I'm looking for, credibility, especially if it hasn't, and then too, you have love stories that have an unhappy ending. People seem to accept those more as true to life.
I would assume it's because of the stories, that they lend themselves to cinematic structures.
More romance novels are being made into movies like 50 Shades of Grey. Why do you believe most movie producers are finally recognizing the romance genre as profitable?
Well, I think if you look at most movies that have been made, there is romance. There has always been romance in most movies, even if it wasn't billed as a romance movie. There's very few movies where the guy doesn't have a love interest, unless it's some save the world thriller. But even in a lot of those, there is. So I think that's always been there. And I have no idea why 50 Shades of Grey just took off in such a huge way. And personally, I don't think it is necessarily romance. But that's how it's been branded. And that has widened the audience for romance in a huge way, which is wonderful for all of us who write it and enjoy it and consume it, because as you say, it does mean there'll be more movies. They think, well, there's an audience.
Generally, the romance community are women, and
Yes.
romance is written by women. So what are your thoughts on men writing romance?
I would be interested in reading that. I mean, I'm always interested in the male perspective on all of that, so I know I would read it if it's done well. I would also love it if more men read romance. I think it would help them more than any of these magazine article, whatever have you, about how to relate to women and what they want, what's expected in a relationship, all of that. I would love to see more men get involved.
I like to see more of them embracing the genre, because I think we could certainly use, the more diversity within the genre, the better. Male, female, it'd be great. I think they have a lot to add to it.
Which romance novel that's not yours do you want to be turned into a movie?
Any of Jennifer Crusoe's books would be great. Welcome to Temptation, that'd be a good one. All of them. I think they should make all of them into movies. I love her books. That would be great.
Susan Wiggs is one of my favorite romance authors, and she's writing a series now that there are only 2 books out. They're set in, I think it's the Sonoma Valley. She has gorgeous settings. They would just be beautiful in movies. It's kind of, well, Sonoma's beautiful. It's kind of like Italy. It's got that beautiful lighting and beautiful scenery.
Oh, that's a good question. Nora Roberts' Born on Fire.
When people say that romance isn't a real book, what are your thoughts on that?
Ridiculous, because obviously it's a real book, and obviously it has a gigantic share of the market for reasons that are tangible and reasons that are understandable and reasons that really make sense. Is that people want to be happy, they want their relationships to work out, and if you look at the statistics, women who read romance have better relationships overall. They stay married longer, they are more tolerant, it's across the board.
Then are you going to discount all the other genres like mystery and science fiction and thrillers or what have you? No, you're not. A lot of genre ends up being called literature later. We have to really work hard. A lot of the things that women write for women are discounted.
That never happens when I do the laundry.
Her husband is sitting right there and has no idea.